Hello, good morning, friends. Now we start the next part of this Unit 3 Electrostatic Part 7. In this part, we see the application of Gauss theorem, electric field due to uniformly charged spherical shell, electric field outside the shell, electric field inside the charged shell. Electric field due to uniformly charged spherical shell. So, here it is the charged spherical shell. Here it is the Gaussian surface due to that surface. Consider a thin spherical shell of radius capital R with positive charge Q distributed uniformly on the surface. So this is our spherical shell, and on this spherical shell here the positive charge are uniformly distributed. As the charge is uniformly distributed, the electric field is symmetrical and directed radially outward, positive charge in all directions. So here it is, the direction is outward. The magnitude of electric field is the same at all points that are equidistant from the shell. So the uniformly electric field is uniformly distributed, therefore the magnitude is of electric field is the same at all points. In such a case, so the symmetry R is spherical symmetry, hence we shall use a spherical Gaussian surface to find the electric flux, and hence the magnitude of electric field at any point inside and outside the charged shell. The electric field outside the charged shell. To find the magnitude of electric field outside the charged shell, we evaluate the electric flux by using a spherical Gaussian surface of radius r. R is smaller than capital R. That is concentric with the shell. Since the electric field is everywhere perpendicular to the Gaussian surface, the angle between E and the element area ds is 0. Moreover, if E has the same value at all points on the surface, since they are equidistant from the charged shell being constant, E can be taken out from the integral, and the total flux is phi equal to integration over a closed surface phi eds equal to E dot ds equal to E ds cos theta, that is E ds, because value of cos theta is 0, therefore E ds cos 0 is equal to E ds. Therefore, phi equal to E, ds is the closed spherical surface area, its value is 4 pi r square. Therefore, E 4 pi r square, since ds is equal to 4 pi r square. According to Gauss law, flux phi equal to integration over closed surface E dot ds equal to q upon epsilon 0. Equating equation 1 and 2, we get E 4 pi r square is equal to q upon epsilon 0. Therefore, E is equal to q upon 4 pi r square epsilon 0. This is the result is the same as that for a point charge. Thus, the electric field outside the uniformly charged spherical shell is the same as if all the charge q were considered as a positive charge at the center of the shell. Electric field inside the charged shell. Now, here we consider the inside the charged shell. Here it is the charged shell, and inside this now we consider the electric field. In this case, we select a spherical Gaussian surface that lies inside the shell, concentric with it, and with radius r. R is smaller than capital R. Inside the spherical shell, the electric field must also have spherical symmetry. Here it is the here it is our shell, and here it is the electric field. So the electric flux through the Gaussian surface is given by phi is equal to epsilon 0 eds equal to eds equal to eds cos theta equal to eds, because again the value of theta is 0. Now phi is equal to E is equal to E into 4 pi r square, since ds is equal to 4 pi r square. According to Gauss law, phi is equal to integration over closed surface E ds equal to q upon epsilon 0. Here it is q upon epsilon 0. Q into epsilon 0 is not there. So from equation 1 and 2, we say that EDS equal to, or here we say that E 4 pi r square equal to q upon epsilon 0. Therefore, E is equal to q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. but the net charge enclosed by the surface is 0, that is q equal to 0. Since all the charge lies on the shell that is outside the Gaussian surface, therefore A is equal to 0. Hence the electric field due to uniformly charged spherical shell is 0 at all the points inside the shell. Okay, thank you.